What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Full 90. It is time for the Week 33 Premier League predictions. Now, I am actually, as you're watching this, away in Morocco, believe it or not, so I won't be able to make this after the Week 32 games have happened, but this is the Week 33 Premier League predictions. Here are the winning accumulators since the last episode, except for the Thursday Mega Odds treble. Just thought I'd include this because I thought I'd done it. Chelsea, Man United to draw 4.2. We had Valencia to win and Liverpool and both teams to score. And then the 101st minute winner for Chelsea saw that fail, so we can delete that. But the rest all came in. The Thursday both teams score treble, the Premier League goals double up, the 5 League fivefold. Of course, we love the 5 League fivefold. You can see it all here. The result on both teams to score double, the away days League One winners treble, all these good stuff right here. So if you want to get involved with the Patreon exclusive members tips and accumulators, you can join at patreon.com/thefull90. But let's delay no further and get into Premier League Week 33 predictions. Now, kicking off, we have Newcastle up against Tottenham. I know, as I said before, it's not ideal that I don't know the results of the previous Premier League game week, or even actually the Champions League for the teams involved, but either way, we're going to do our best because otherwise there'd be no video. So Newcastle up against Tottenham. I'm assuming Tottenham are going to beat Nottingham Forest because they just should, but going to St James's Park will probably prove to be quite difficult, and I'm going to go for a high-scoring draw. I'm going to go for a 2-2, and the tip is going to be both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. We're going to move swiftly on to Brentford up against Sheffield United. Now, Sheffield United, who were they supposed to... They're playing Chelsea. I think they're going to lose to Chelsea, to be honest. I don't think they'll lose to Chelsea by much, but I think they probably will lose. But I'm going to go for Brentford to beat Sheffield United here. I'm going to go 2-1, but the odds of Brentford to win are so low. They're 1.36. I think you've got much better value at backing both teams to score at 1.75. I think Sheffield United can score against Chelsea as well, by the way. I do think they can give a good game, but I think Brentford will be able to get a win here against Sheffield United 2-1. I just didn't think the odds were particularly good. After this, it's Burnley up against Brighton. Now, what do we have for the previous... Okay, so I predicted last week that Burnley would lose to Everton. I think I predicted 1-0, and I predicted that Arsenal would beat Brighton 3-1. So I think both teams will likely, based on that, be coming off of a loss. Hopefully, I think Arsenal should be able to win, but you never know. So I think this is going to be... I think Burnley are going to lose 1-0 again. Assuming they do lose 1-0 to Everton, I could see it happening back-to-back. So I'm going to go Brighton to win 1-0, and the tip is going to be Brighton to win at 1.9. I like the odds of that much better than the Brentford win, so I'm going to go for that. After this, Manchester City up against Luton. I was going to go 5-0 to Man City, but then I remembered that Luton just keep on scoring. Obviously, they didn't score against Arsenal in the last game week, but, you know, Arsenal have a rock-solid defence. So I'm going to go for Manchester City 5, Luton 1. I think Luton are like, they're fine, and I hope they stay up. So I do think Man City are going to be able to beat Luton quite convincingly. After this, we have Nottingham Forest up against Wolves, and I think it's going to be a close one. I could see Nottingham Forest winning this one at home. I don't think they're going to get anything from Tottenham, but it is what it is. I'm going to say that this will end 1-1 between the two teams, and I'm actually going to tip a draw at 3.4 between Forest and Wolves. It'll be a much-needed point for Forest, although they'll be thinking they can get a win. Wolves, do they have much to play for? Not really. But I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. After this, Bournemouth up against Manchester United. Now, I'm hoping, as an Arsenal fan, I'm praying that Man United can get something from Liverpool, but I just don't see it. I really don't. I really, really don't. But the odds here, Bournemouth to win at 2.5, Man United to win at 2.5. I know Man United have struggled. They've dropped points at Bournemouth in recent years, but I just don't think Bournemouth are quite as good as Man United, right? I know they're like the form team in the league, but I don't see it. So I'm going to go for Man United to win 2-1, and the tip is Man United to win at 2.5. I think that is crazy odds. I think Man United can get the job done. After this, it's Liverpool up against Crystal Palace. Again, hoping Liverpool can drop points at Old Trafford. That is probably one of the hardest games they've got left, but I just don't see it. And I think Liverpool, it's a steam train that is going to keep on running. I think Liverpool beat Palace here. I think Crystal Palace score. I'm going to go for Liverpool to win at 3-1, and the tip is going to be Liverpool and both teams to score at 2.6. And yeah, that'll be not ideal, but it's Anfield, it's Liverpool. They have the title in their own hands, and I think they could do it. After this, we have West Ham up against Fulham, an all-London affair, and I think this is going to be a close game, but I tell you what, I'm actually going to shade it to West Ham. I think Fulham don't travel particularly well, and I think that, you know, they tend to play better at home. They're away from home here, so I'm going to go for West Ham to win 2-1. The tip is going to be both teams to score at 1.53. I think I've predicted every team except one again to score in this game week. The only team I've predicted not to score is Burnley, which Says it all, really. But I think West Ham can win this one just about, but I would say both teams to score is a safe shout. After this, it's another crucial game in the title race. It's Arsenal up against Aston Villa, and I think Arsenal at the Emirates, there's something about this season, given that, touch wood, we don't have any injuries, that no one gets injured in the Brighton game or anything like that. I think we look really good. We look like we're going to win. We haven't lost yet in 2024 at time of recording. We're not going to lose to Brighton, let's be real, but just in case, I will put that caveat. I think Arsenal are going to beat Aston Villa quite comfortably, despite how good Aston Villa have been this season, generally speaking. I think at the Emirates, Arsenal are going to get the win. I'm going to say that Arsenal concede a rare goal. It's actually been away from home that Arsenal have been smashing out the clean sheets, and then at home, we sort of concede the odd goal here and there and win anyway. So I'm going to go for a high-scoring 3-1 win to Arsenal, and the tip is going to be Arsenal and both teams to score at 2.62. And then finally, Monday Night Football. This is actually taking place on, I think, well, by the time this game kicks off, I will be back from Morocco, so I might even get a chance to see this game. It's Stamford Bridge for Chelsea up against Everton. I think Chelsea are going to win. I think they're going to win. I think they're probably going to beat Sheffield United as well, and they are better than Everton. They're at home. A phenomenal victory against Manchester United, of course. I think they thoroughly deserve to win that game. I think they're going to win. Everton have been very good this season in terms of created chances. They're just not getting the goals. They're not taking their chances. They're not getting the wins that they feel like they probably do deserve sometimes. So I think this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game again. Both teams score. Chelsea to win 2-1. And the tip is actually going to be Chelsea to win at 1.61. Just in case it is like a 1-0 Chelsea win, 2-0, something like that. There's been lots of goals involving Chelsea. But I think that is the case there. So we've got teams winning. Brentford taking a victory. Brighton taking a victory. Man City, Man United, Liverpool, West Ham, Arsenal and Chelsea. So for the most part, the favourites, any sort of upset, the only real sort of upset I've picked is Man United to win away from home. The rest of them, I think they are pretty much odds-on favourites, which is why I've had to be pretty creative with the tips and with the value there. But that is going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy it, please do drop a like, subscribe, so you don't miss any future videos. As you can see, even when I'm going away for a trip, I still do my absolute best to make every single video and get the tips and predictions at the very least out for you all. So yeah, drop a like, leave your predictions down in the comments below as well, and I will see you in the next video very soon. Real quick, I'm just editing this. I'm sure you could tell during the video that it was a little bit kind of last minute. I'm actually leaving. My flight leaves in around about 12 or so hours, so I'm trying to get this video recorded and edited. So in my haste, I forgot to shout out all of the members that have supported me on the channel so far on Patreon. So flashing up on the screen now, as promised, obviously in every video, I shout out everyone that supports me over on Patreon and of course has access to the exclusive members tips and accumulators. So if you have got a spare $8.99 a month, you can also just pay it one time and then have tips for an entire month. You don't then have to renew the membership if it's not for you. But if you do get some winners from it, like a lot of our members have done, you can continue being part of the Patreon and of the members club and getting a shout out in each and every single video. And that's like a lifetime thing as well. As soon as you join the Patreon, you'll get shout out in every video, even if you don't want to continue, as my way of saying thank you to you. So once again, thank you to all of you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.